start with it, see if he can handle the cloud as we get
this
into game one.
This should be fun because the only real top-level cloud I've seen Seth play against other than Ned has been Tweak a couple times. One of them was at Smash and Splash last year, and although Seth hasn't taken a game off of Tweak in any of those instances, they've all been really, really close. And Seth is quite confident in his Yoshi Cloud matchup, despite how big of a uphill battle it is.
I think he's kind of hit the point, like, from playing against JJ forever, he'd rather play against Cloud than Diddy, because the matchup at least feels more doable. You've got a little bit more tricks, and playing around bananas, virtually impossible for Yoshi. So playing against Cloud, reasonable. Seth's got a whole bag of tricks, but is he going to be able to deal with the superior ledge pressure that Komorikiri brings in just about every matchup he's in? That's going to be the hard part.
That was actually crazy, because as soon as the double jump was burned from Seth, all Como had to do was just put on the heat. You just apply those neutral layers 2 in a row in the right spots, and then even the Blade Beam, a tool you don't see Cloud use even that much, is just so effective against Yoshi.
It didn't look like Como was really afraid to burn limit at any point in this matchup either, because you're going to take a lot of little pot shots from Yoshi if he is going to kill you, so you can almost have limit on command in the matchup.
Right now, he's really just brute forcing through a lot of these setups that Seth is going for. You see the dares come out in sweet spots, just at the most inopportune times. And it's making it really tough here for the Yoshi to get something started. And he's trying to reset, and he just might. Okay, double jumping away.
Seth had a little bit of a good string there to kind of claw his way back, but Como just putting on a lot of damage on Seth, so a really rough uphill battle here from the outset. Kind of feeling each other out for this game one.
Como has been just retreating this entire time, working out brilliantly. Going to continue this chase. Whoa, okay, that was a weird magnet handsy sweet spot, but okay, the ledge roll is going to get red and got up. See you later, Yoshi. Game 1 for Komorikiri.
Como's very, very good at reading players' habits. That's kind of who he is, I think, as a player. That's what's helped him rise to prominence, is that when a player fails to adapt quickly, they get so brutally punished by all of Como's array of characters, whether it's Cloud, Sonic, even the Roy that'll bust out every now and again. And Seth is going to have to make some quick adjustments, or he is going to get blown out of this matchup. He really just couldn't get any offense going with his main. And out comes the Corrin for the Corrin Cloud matchup.
And this Corrin is really, when I talked to Seth about this at Push More Buttons, he has this Corrin particularly labbed for the Bayonetta matchup. But he's going to try it out in a couple of the other, tricky matchups that Yoshi has, including Diddy Kong, including Cloud. Right now, though, this doesn't look to be the pick, at least at the outset. We got just a big combo led to like 70+% here already for Cloud. Perfect combo weight for those falling up airs, and now Seth's got to slow down again.
Como has kind of made like a bubble around the middle of the stage where every time that you think that you can have any semblance of center stage, Como just knocks you on ledge, and every time you get up, he'll punish you. And he's been doing that to Seth's non-stop to the tune of 135% within a minute.
But here comes a quick little two-piece combo right back, and the bubble retreats all the way to Corrin's favor until that back air. You see how slippery Cloud is with all that speed when he has the limit, and that sets up the ledge trap, sets up the neutral get-up, read into Blade Beam.
Yeah, Como hitting Seth with the Don't Touch Me, something he's not too unfamiliar with from having to play against Ned as much as he has in the past. But Como looking really, really crispy, not letting Seth even breathe. It seems like at no point in time has he been allowed to like land and think. Well, Como going for it all there.
Como has been, he knows when he's like this far ahead, he can be pretty aggressive with his limit. And we've seen that actually multiple times, even at the top level. He'll go for like limit and disadvantage when people don't expect it as much, or he'll go for like just the seal the 2-stock limit. And definitely respect to that, but right now Seth's back in this game until the dash attack closes the distance again. Just a little bit of misspaced back airs, kind of having Seth pay the price for that.
Como gets the grab, forcing Seth off stage, as has kind of been par for the course here. Went for another one of the out-of-shield up Bs off stage. Unable to hit it that time, and Seth, just like last game, making a little bit of a run here as he started to feel out Como's habits of his own. But it's quite a large mountain to climb when you're behind that much. Gets red on the jump up, and that up air is going to take him too.
I feel like a couple of those things are just like, you can tell Seth's a new Corrin player, right? Like, he thought he could safely go for the pin right there on the ledge and then retreat back, but Cloud's so fast, he just closes the distance. Like, those are things that, like, once you get experience in the Cloud Corrin match a little bit more, you know what you can and can't get away with. And, like, you're having your first experience with the Cloud Corrin matchup in at least a long time that I've seen be Komorikiri, that's a tall order.
Yeah, absolutely. But now Seth
So that's why the switch is back.
Yeah, Seth's got a little bit now in his pocket for the Corrin. He could say that he tested his out. He's down 2-0. He's going to go back to the character he knows best. Like you said in Game 1, Seth is definitely confident in the Cloud Yoshi matchup about as much as a Yoshi main can be. So we'll see if he can adjust a little bit. Switching from Yoshi to Corrin feels like two very, very different characters, even more than like... It's one thing when you switch, like, you know, aggressive to very defensive, like if we were to switch from, whatever, Duck Hunt to...
That Edguard was nuts. You can't even burn the double jump in center stage as Yoshi against Cloud. Just look at how crazy Como is at slamming the door on this character.
Yeah, it's nuts. There's very little Seth can do at this point in time. Trying to find anything there, trying to hit the forward air on ledge. You know Yoshi far better than I do as a character in general, and the tricks that he could have, ways that he could combat this Cloud, but you gotta land first.
And Cloud is just doing such a good job of, whenever he's in disadvantage, having that hitbox out. You see how good the disjoint is. It's incredibly powerful, especially because it can eat those double jumps. I was always the one that said, and you were agreeing with me, that Diddy is a worse matchup. And I think Seth is now maybe seeing the light. It's just not worth the effort. Yeah, it feels kind of bad.
Yoshi is just a rough character. That's just the way it is.
I always said Diddy was a worse matchup, but the way Como played it just now, that was insane.
Well, that was Yoshi's shortcomings. A lot of that is what that was. When you don't have a triple jump, like, and yeah, I know you get the little boost with the egg, that's fine, but what Cloud can do to a character that just, once you've burned your double jump, like you said, from center stage, you hit him, what, 5